Thank you all for being here today, this beautiful day in Huchun Park, our brand new park for the city of Emeryville. We want to take a moment now to dedicate the park, and we have three very special guests who I'd like to call up to the stage who are going to lead us in this dedication. We have Mayor John Bowders, Assembly Member Mia Bonta, and the Tribal Chair of the Confederated Villages of the Lisjan Nation, Karina Gould. So I'm going to hand it off to the mayor to lead us through this.
Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the park dedication for Huchun Park here in Emeryville. This park is the product of a lot of community work over the past 10 years. This is the site of a former Sherwin-Williams paint emulsion factory, which for many years served as a pollutant here in our community. Was torn down a number of years ago, and the city approved development on this site, which created 500 new homes, of which about 20% of those are available to low-income residents, and this beautiful park and facilities you see behind us. It is my honor today to welcome you to this park and the dedication event. And I'm going to begin by inviting our Assembly Member for Assembly District 18, Assemblywoman Mia Bonta, to give some remarks. Emeryville, in the recent redistricting in this past year, Emeryville joined Oakland and Alameda in Assembly District 18. We are very blessed and honored to have Mia Bonta as our Assemblywoman. She has been a champion for affordable housing, for climate action, and most important to her heart, I know, is public education and our youth. And there's no better person to have us kick off the conversation at a place dedicated to families and young people today than for me to introduce and welcome Mia Bonta. Please join me in welcoming her.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bowders. It's so wonderful to be here, particularly in this space. I get to say that I represent the proud and beautiful people now of Emeryville, Oakland, and Alameda. It's super exciting to have you all be a part of 8018. When I got redistricted into Emeryville, I felt like I hit the jackpot. I really have loved working with the mayor and the city council and the school leadership here for so long. It's a wonderful, wonderful community. I talk about Emeryville and I say Emeryville is always punching above its weight because you are like the gem of the East Bay in terms of being a smaller city, but you are doing so much of what the East Bay is proud of and what California can be proud of is happening right here in Emeryville. When you talk about creating this beautiful built community, taking something that was literally toxic to the land and turning it into a place and a space where people can convene and celebrate and have housing, a supportive housing, and on top of that is just such an amazing example of what the potential of California is. And you all in Emeryville show us that every single day. So it's wonderful to be able to join you for the Harvest Festival, to be able to celebrate this wonderful moment of being able to honor Huchun Park and to be able to be in community with you all. I'm so thankful to be able to be your representative, so proud of what you all do, and please know that you can call on me for whatever you need because I love Emeryville. So thank you.
Thank you, Assemblywoman. And next I'm going to introduce Karina Gould, who is the Tribal Chair for the Confederated Villages of Lisjan Nation. This land that we're on was once the homeland of the Chochenyo-speaking Ohlone, and the City Council, in selecting the park's name, Huchun, reflected back upon that history. And it was a great privilege for us to invite Karina to be here today to give some remarks of her own on behalf of the Lisjan Nation and speak to you a little bit about the importance of land and land stewardship.
Thank you so much, Mayor. Thank you, Assemblyperson Mia Bonta. I just want to say that one of my staff members accepted an award on behalf of the organization that we also represent, the Segorite Land Trust, which is the first urban indigenous women-led land trust in the country, bringing back indigenous land to indigenous hands. I'm honored to be here today to do opening of Huchun. Huchun was a territory of my people. And I know the mayor said we used to be here, but we are still here. So we have not gone anywhere since the beginning of time. This Huchun is actually encompasses Oakland, Berkeley, Alameda, Emeryville, Albany, and Piedmont. And so it's a large territory, not a small territory of one place. My ancestors built shell mounds all along the Bay Area, and shell mounds are our burial sites. And the largest burial site of my ancestors, of the 425 that used to ring the Bay Area, is right here under Bay Street Mall. Underneath the railroad tracks that are right behind us, that my ancestors were buried here for thousands of years along Temescal Creek, and for 27 years, our people have been showing up by the hundreds to educate Emeryville and other shoppers at the Bay Street Mall every year on the day after Thanksgiving. This year we're doing a walk, a second year, an annual walk that you all are invited to come to shell mound walk. We are currently trying to save the oldest of the 425 shell mounds that sits under at West Berkeley, underneath a parking lot at 4th and University Avenue. That we've been working on that for 7 years. Our people have not gone anywhere. That our people are still here. That we're talked about. I'm so happy to hear that Assemblyperson Miabanta is into education and doing the right thing, because we are currently working on doing an inter-district education that we are not gone. We are taught about in 4th grade history, and then we disappear. 5th grade history then begins to talk about a gold rush, and the disappearance of our people began. But it's because of the work that we have done, not just the Lashawn people, but people from all walks of life that have educated the public about where we are, that Huchun is even thought about as a name for this particular place. That was not a word people knew before that time that we started working on the protection of our sacred sites. And so I'm honored that this place represents our people by name of a territory, but that we are still here, that this is not the end of our work with Emeryville. That Emeryville and the Confederated Villages of Lashawn Nation will work together to continue to do the education about our people still being here. And that this is a great way of starting that by naming a park that is open to everyone from all walks of life to do that. That I walked into this place and I said, wow, it smells new, right? Does it smell new? It smells new. And that for us, as human beings, to continue to be human beings, to remember that it is our responsibility as we all face climate disaster, that it is our responsibility to live in reciprocity with the earth that we live on, that we live in reciprocity with the airs that we breathe, that we live in reciprocity with the waters that give us fresh waters to drink, and that we learn to be human beings again to one another so that we don't have to face the horrific wars that are happening across the world. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karina. I'd like to invite the council members to join me up here, if you could, on the stage. We'd like to do a ribbon cutting to formally dedicate and open the park.
Crowd, are you ready? On your mark, get set, go! We have a winner! Sit down, sit down. Sit down. Sit down. Smile for the camera. Can we give them a round of applause?
So we are Affirm Your Transformation. We are a self-love clothing brand that's designed to help you love yourself better. The apparel is printed backwards for you to wear and affirm the truth about you in front of the mirror each and every day. I wanted something that could help me feel better when I look at myself in the mirror. So that's the idea and how the brand was founded. Everyone in Emeryville is so nice and so loving and so open, and I love living here and I love doing business here.
We are Christmasville in Emeryville, and we do private one-on-one sessions with families and Santa. They get to come in and choose from 3 different scenes in our set and get to hang out with Santa. Santa checks the nice list, he reads them a story, we decorate cookies with kids, and work on some toys in the workshop. I am located right next to Doyle Park, so the North Pole doors open into Doyle Park, and it's been great. It's very live-work friendly, and they keep us up to date on everything, so I feel really welcomed in Emeryville.
Right, the judges have rendered their verdicts. Dogs, are you ready? Can I have the first award? Come on up here, Rebecca. Rebecca's gonna help me out. The funniest costume in the 2023 Rotten Dog Contest, Boba! The judges, Boba's like, get me to the stage! I have a trophy! We have some very friendly dog treats and a little dog hanky that gives you your prize. Toyo, you are crowned funkiest dog. All right, next up is our scruffiest dog, Pace. Come on up, Pace. They like Pace. The judges like Pace. All right, Pace, you got an award. Scruffy dog. All right, the goofiest dog is Cabby. Stinkiest breath goes to Sophie. Who eats poop appropriately wins stinky breath. So, with the Rottenest Dog Award for the City of Emeryville 2023, the mayor chooses Boba. Rottenest dog in Emeryville. Boba, take the stage. Boba, you are a rotten dog. Is there anything you'd like to say to the people?
Wait, he took the champion out of
Folks, please give it up for all of our contestants, but especially for Boba, Rottenest Dog 2023. Give her another one. Ah, you're down as I do. Oh! Great job! Woo!